What's up, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more Grace Jones. And we're going back to her Warm Leatherette album, 1980. Once again, big shout out to Mark. And the next tune is She's Lost Control, and then it's given the indication that this is the long version of the tune, so I expect it to be, north of 5 to 6 minutes. And ultimately, yeah, someone who's lost control is someone who is now going to experience outcomes that are the product of external conditions or other people's intent rather than their own agency. Indeed, those external conditions might actually be internal behaviors or psychological impulses, but in either case, they no longer are steering the ship of their life and the ramifications of that. So I'm curious to know who she is. Sometimes a phrase is spoken in the third person, but upon a meta-analysis, it's about the individual in question. Either way, I'm curious in what context this control has been lost. Is it in interpersonal relations where one feels like you're following your emotions more than deciding on what they should be, and perhaps you are at the whim of another person's caprice rather than your own decision-making processes? So lots that I'm curious about. Let's find out what it actually is. This is Grace Jones. The track is She's Lost Control. It's on her Warm Leatherette album, and as I said, it's indicated that this is the long version. Some more like funky reggae vibes.
Confusion in her eyes that says it all. I've lost control. She's clinging to the nearest passerby. I've lost control.
Anyone will do.
She gave away the secrets to her past and said, I've lost control. To the voice that told her when and where to act, she said, I've lost control. She turned around and stabbed him in the hand and said, I've lost control.
Yeah, I was gonna say that wasn't a scent.
Now I'll never know just why or understand, she said, I've lost control. She screamed out, kicking on the side and said, I've lost control again.
Boom.
She writhed upon the floor, I thought she'd die and said, I've lost control. I've lost control.
Hey,
I've lost control again.
again.
I've lost control. I've lost control again.
It's a bit alien laser.
I've lost control again. She had to pause her breath and state her case and say, I've lost control again. She showed up all her errors and mistakes and said, I've lost control again. I've lost control. I've lost control again. I've lost control. I've lost control again.
All these additional sounds.
I've lost control. I've lost control again. She's clinging to the nearest passerby. I've lost control.
The fierceness of some of her
Gave
vocal work
away the
here.
secrets of her past and said, I've lost control. To the voice that told her when and where to
Also
act,
the
she
snare.
said, I've lost control. And she turned around and stabbed him in the hand and said, I've lost control
That's the
again.
part that I'm intrigued by.
Now I'll never know just why or understand, she said, I've lost control.
That's like a snapshot,
And
but
she screamed out, kicking on her side and said, I've lost control.
getting more intense.
And writhed upon the floor, I thought she'd die and say, I've lost control.
Like vocally, like going beyond.
I've lost control again. I've lost control. I've lost control again. I've lost control.
feels like we're in the brain of someone who is confused about what's happening.
I lost control again. I lost control again.
Now, I would expect the tune to fade out right now, but it's a long version, so I don't expect it to fade out yet. Hey, I do love the extraterrestrial reggae vibes. Look at it. I expected that to end and it just kept going and it's like, wait, hold on. Listen to some other sounds, but my brain is like, the vocal run. Deep burrowing bass. We've heard careening of vehicles. Not yet an impact. I mean, there's a feel of lunacy, but also psychedelia.
I lost control again. I lost control again. I lost control again.
Jarring with the tire screeches.
I lost control. I lost control. I lost control.
If I was in the studio, I'd be like hiding behind furniture. Insane. But, you know, perfectly expressive of the evolving and intensifying sentiment of the track. And even the sonics are like going off the rails. Also, it sounded like out of control in every way, with other people, in her head, in her physical behavior, and the danger to herself. Comprehensively out of control, and not for the first time. Hey. Back to the sonorous version of the chorus. It's like the full. Now we're fading. It's not a perfect, like, extended version, or in this case, a long version. Although I gotta say, and surely this is the point, tire screeches like freak me out because they really do sound like a car that's just on the edge. Like, tires are screeching because they're struggling to get traction, right? So it's like the car is sliding, meaning, you know, it's a make or break moment. Either they catch and you can sort of, you know, hopefully retake control of the vehicle, which, you know, the analogy, or you will then, you know, collide completely beyond
completely out of your control as you slide sideways or spin or whatever. So I get it, the conceptual relevance, but it, like, my brain is freaking out every time I hear it. It's like, oh, it's like someone needs to break, grab the wheel, or figure something out. But yeah, obviously, her vocals kept going bigger and bigger. It was like, reading a Poe short story, but the audio version of that. Someone, the Telltale Heart, where it's like the prose gets increasingly intense as it goes along, and her vocal delivery did the same, although I do like coming back for one last proper, sonorous version of the chorus. And I imagine, like I said, that extra bit where she goes really big and beyond and just completely loses control. I imagine that is not, maybe if there's like a single version or like a normal, like a short version of the track, I imagine, it's cut out before it gets to that. But I enjoy that, and I think it, like, the song isn't fully what it should be without that. So shout out to the long version being on the album. And yeah, I love the reggae vibes. Again, a bit of a, like, space, a bit of, like, extraterrestrial funky reggae feel, but definitely that sort of pop reggae groove. And yeah, just I enjoyed the journey of the track, mental and sonic. So really well composed, really compelling, and I think she played her part well. I'm going through a few artists. Liza Minnelli immediately comes to mind, and I've been told some other artists that I'm only just beginning to go through are very much storytellers where visuals and a sense of theater is present, but ultimately this one really gave me that, maybe more than any other that we've had from Grace. And that has been an aspect already as we went through the previous album, or technically the album after this, because we did jump back one album. But yeah, this one felt like that more than any other. So I felt like I was watching a story that was increasingly intense and dangerous. So shout out to Grace. Shout out to Mark again for sharing this. Let me know what you think of this one, and I will see you next time. Peace.